discussion?
Good evening.
A very good evening. What was the last
Yes, sir.
discussion?
Last discussion was form builder and all. I would like to share the screen if you tell me. I have done the assignments.
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as a part of our discussions, last time we have covered the like validations, but not with the async validators. So here I was trying to do a async validators. Like what I am doing is like I have a setup. Let me first show how it works, and I will tell you. Uh, I have set some name over here. If it is present, na
Okay.
username is already exists. So
Mm.
like if I type your name, it is also present. Or if I type, okay, so these are the things are present. So it is, I mean, working in an async mode. Okay, so what I have, but I haven't, I mean, I don't know why the submit button, I'm unable to control it. It's not coming, the registration dot valid is not coming over here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just quickly showing.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
What I have done, like simply created a form validation component, did not do much thing with CSS. Two things, one is form group, and two form groups I had, and I had created the way you have created initial form, and like this is having only two validators. Second part was the sync part, but here along with the second part, if you see, I have a third part, that is the async part. So
Ah.
what I am doing, I have a class I created outside that. So this is the class, and the class is having a static method, that this method, and this time it is returning async validator, and
Mm.
I am checking that I'm reading the value and changing it with true or false. But don't know why if I write it null, it's not accepting. If I write it null, it is not accepting. Don't know why.
Ah, I think it should return Boolean. Huh? In line number 17, you have added a TypeScript checking Boolean.
Ah,
See.
correct. So it should be true false only. Correct, correct, correct. So
Mm.
so yeah, that is one thing. And now what I am doing is I have a service. So from the service I am reading the value. If I go to the forms, I have a service over here, API service, where I was doing the card operations and all. So as of now, I
Mm.
don't have any API, so I have kept normal variable names, some of our
Yeah. Yeah.
names here as a part of normal
Mm.
name, and I am using observable to retrieve it. Okay,
Mm.
so I like trying to get the value and with a delay of 1,000, so that it
Mm.
returns it I'm getting or not. So in actual
Mm.
case, we will get from the API here, but not with
Mm.
the data. Okay,
Mm.
inside the form message,
Mm.
we are writing another span to check that if the user is having data or not. Based on that, we
Mm.
are populating the data. Okay.
This is very useful, guys. If you remember, whenever you sign up, suppose you are creating a Google account. When you create a Google account, it will ask you what is the username you are expecting. If you type, I want a username Shaktiman, then it will say, no, Shaktiman is already taken by somebody else, right? So, how they let you know? Meanwhile, they go and they check in their database whether Shaktiman is already given to somebody else or not. So this is called async validation. They will go to database, they will check whether Shaktiman user is given to somebody else or not. If it is already given, they will say, no, Shaktiman is already given. You can choose some other username. If it is not given to someone else, they will say, no, Shaktiman is available. You can create a username with Shaktiman, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this
We
is
have,
very good, hello.
huh?
This is very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So whenever we create a uh, Google account, they do that. In this example, what Arghya has done, he is checking from static array, but the actual implementation is from database. We will go and check.
Yes, that is why he mentioned in the service because it will call
Yes,
the API, right?
yeah,
Yes. Sir, one
and
question like
and we get instant feedback, right? Whenever we
mhm.
type.
See instant
Shaktiman, they
report.
go and they check. Maybe that check is taking some time. It may take 1 second, it may take 2 seconds, but after a second we get a instant feedback saying ki no, this username is already given to somebody else. We cannot give you this username.
Yes, correct.
And they give you also suggestion. Go with Shaktiman 123, go with Shaktiman
Ah,
789. Right?
available options.
Yeah, they come up with some hints also.
Maybe they are written the API in such way in the type ahead those things comes or some way it comes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they go and check if it is already given to someone else related to that name. They give you suggestion.
Yes, sir.
So for that we use async validator.
Yeah. Sir, this button I cannot control. Why? I mean, where can I find the true false for this, or is it not getting changed?
So what you want? You want the condition is
I mean,
false, button should be disabled.
correct, correct, correct. That is the default behavior.
Okay, show
Need.
me the HTML. How are you printing that message?
Yes. This is the thing I am trying to append this one, disabled one with this, okay, in the button. But thing is, it is always false. If you see the status now, if it is true, but actually it is not under the form, valid is not there. That's why I'm not getting it. If you see, I
No, it
printed
should be there. Registration form
that valid
should
is
be
not
valid
there.
or invalid.
In case of async, does it come in somewhere else? See, I have printed the entire
Okay,
form group.
okay. Go to controls.
Control.
Go to, oh, okay. We need the forms validation, right? Not the form field. So
Yeah.
go to form dot valid. When you type, come down, the gray things,
Okay,
the
okay.
gray things. Yeah. Check the T valid, invalid. Can you check invalid,
Invalid.
valid? Click there. Invalid is true.
Oh, then it will
Valid
be.
is
Acha, let me
valid
check it.
is
Suppose put
false.
something and now invalid will
No, you
become invalid true. Invalid is always true. It is not
check
changing
the
anything.
valid. Check valid
Valid, where are you getting it?
down. Second
Valid
last.
false. It is always false. You've seen I have printed
No,
this.
no. There is some logic. There is some logic. Mm,
Valid is always false. I have printed it here. So if
give
it
me a
becomes
second.
true,
Give me a second. I am checking. There should be just a flag. We are missing that
Go
flag.
back to your HTML. Uh-huh.
hmm, yes.
Okay. So on line number 16, where you mention registration form dot valid, put in double curly bracket.
This one.
No. Line number 15. Line number 15 here.
15 is commented out.
Disable.
It is commented out. I mean, this will only this will work, but I am trying to get that this section. If it is true false, we are getting it here automatically. This code will work once I will give it here.
Yeah. Uncomment that. Yeah. That's what he's saying.
Uh,
If you uncomment,
So
it should work.
now put it in the double curly bracket after disabled, after
You mean
equal sign.
interpolation binding, right?
Yes.
that is also fine, but value should change. Na? Disable.
No, at the end as well here.
No, no.
What's the this one here?
Disabled will take value this way only. But no. Why I am giving it in the div? should not be in the div, right? It should be in button. This
You can
syntax is,
print it anywhere in a
yeah,
div, in a paragraph. It is
yeah.
changing
No,
true to
no,
false,
yeah,
false to true. Then we can
yeah. That's why. I
add it
mean, if
with
I
the
do it here
button.
now, I cannot click the submit. I need to go to the inspect and delete.
Okay, okay.
Remove. That's why I did not give it. I was trying to get the value here, so it will automatically work if I give it to the button. But maybe for the template driven form that does not get changed, or we need to write some.
No, 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 no. It should change. Button status false. What is that? Valid false. Huh?
Valid is false. But I have initialized the value. If you see, I have initialized the value, and if I change it, it is also false. Like this is taking
Can you
this
show
one.
me what all validations you have added?
Yeah,
Is
I
there
have.
any validations you have added? What all
Let me show.
validations you
Let
have?
me show you. So one is mean length, one is required.
Can you show
Okay.
me? For first input box, there is no validation. For second, there is no validation.
I mean, sync validation is there. That is to mean length and required is checking.
Min length required. For the second one, min length required.
Yeah. And
If
additionally,
you remove line number 24, is it working fine?
line number 24. I did not check
Can
that.
you comment line number 24 and see? Is it because of that?
Okay, now don't have line number 24.
Yep. You can comment that instead of delete, just comment it.
I have it in my control Z. I will paste it.
Okay.
See,
Now
it's
it is.
working. True, now it is okay. Now, if I remove it, see, false. Got it, na?
Yeah, yeah. So you have to do something there. So you have
So,
to. I got it. That is why I told remove that.
yeah.
So, so
That
when you
means
add
something
that,
over here, some extra control we should do maybe, or something we should do.
Good job, Arka.
Thank you, Alok. I'll check, sir. Like if it takes time, I'll check.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
with async, need to find something from the internet, like how to control once I'm running this. And then I'll get back to you. If not solved tomorrow, we'll discuss. We can start
Yeah,
the main. Yeah,
we can do that.
yeah. Stop sharing, stopping the sharing. Yeah.
Okay. So, did you try the React one? I tried it first. It started working. See. So when we closed the call, within a minute, I was able to run.
Oh.
Now we have all these
No, React one I did not
linting
try. I just
problems.
had.
Okay, fine,
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, let's start. Fine. So yesterday we were discussing all these things. Today we are supposed to discuss how to create dynamic form. How to create a dynamic form. What do you mean by dynamic form? Dynamic form means when the application loads, we don't know how many forms will be there in each form, how many form controls will be there. We don't know that. On the fly, the user adds lot of forms, or inside every form, user is adding lot of input fields. That is called dynamic form. We don't know how many forms will be there in a page. We don't know how many fields will be there in each form. User adds number of forms in a page. User adds number of input boxes inside a form dynamically on the fly. That is called dynamic form. First of all, what I'll do, I'll show you the UI how it looks like. I'll show you the UI how it looks like. Don't worry, I'll show you the UI how it looks like. Then we will understand what I have done. So please give me a second. Let me create another component. I think we had form demo 3. So I'll create another component called form demo 4. Form.
Command prompt you need to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, form demo 3. I need to create form demo 4. ng generate components form demo 4. In form demo 4, we'll add form demo 4. In form demo 4, we'll add a dynamic form. Form demo 4. Form demo 4. This is a dynamic form. Okay. Then in TS file, I'll add some code. I'll explain each and every line of this program. Don't worry. Let's understand the UI first. Don't worry. Give me a second. Let the application start. This is how the UI looks like. In UI, what we have no form. When we loaded the page, we have nothing in this page. We have nothing in this page. There is a button called add employee. When we click on add employee, one form will be loaded on this page. We have no form. When we click on this button, we see a form added. The blue box that you see, is one form. This form has two input boxes, first name, last name. This form has two input boxes. Like this, I can add n number of forms. If I want to add another employee, I'll click this button. This adds another employee. So you can say we have one form array of forms we have. We have array of form. This is form 0, this is form 1, this is form 2. So we can have number of forms. When we loaded the page, we had nothing, but we can add a lot of forms, form 1, form 2, form 3. We can add n number of forms. And every form represents one employee. When I say this is Sanjay something, this is we have 3 employees here. Now for every employee, what all skills they know, I want to add. What this guy knows, what this guy knows, what this guy knows. So we don't know how many skills the first employee knows, how many skills the second employee has, how many skills the third employee has. We don't know that. When we don't know that, we cannot show a number of input boxes, and those input boxes will be added on the fly. When user clicks on add skill, we add one input box called skill. I have Angular knowledge for last 8 years. I have React knowledge for last 5 years. I have Node.js knowledge for last 4 years. If we talk about Alok, maybe he has some HTML knowledge for last 10 years. Like this, we can add. For third employee, what all skills third employee has? We can add. Do you see? This is called dynamic form. First of all, let's understand how it looks in UI, then we will understand the code. If we don't want one of the skill, we can go and we can delete. We can go and we can delete. When we click on remove button, the skill for this particular employee gets deleted. Do you see? In this page, whatever we did, nothing is static. Number of employees, not static. Number of skills, not static. Is it clear? What is dynamic form?
Yes.
And when we keep filling this form, when we keep filling the form, this object, this array is growing, right? When we keep filling this form, this array is growing. So this is called dynamic form, right? Any question here from functionality perspective?
No.
No. And we see this very common, right? Add
Yes.
skill, add
Yes.
user, huh? We don't know how many, first of all, we don't know how many forms will be there. Then we don't know how many input fields will be there in that particular form. So this is adding one form. This is adding couple of fields inside that form. So this is adding fields inside a form. This is adding a form altogether. So we don't know how many forms will be there. Inside one form, how many fields will be there. So everything is dynamic here. If we try to understand how it is done, let's understand. Okay. Okay. When we load the application, there is one object. The object name is, there is one object. The key is employees. The value is one empty array. It means we have 0 employee. Let's understand the code now. Let's understand the code now, how it is done. First of all, okay, you can see, first of all, we created one employee form. Employee form. This is employee form, EMP form. In this EMP form, key is employees, value is empty array. To achieve this much, what did we do? Please understand. We created one form group whose name is EMP form. In ng on init, what are we doing? This dot employee form is equal to this dot form builder dot group. I'm creating a form group where key is employees. Value, what is value? Value is one array. To create one array of forms, this dot form builder dot array. This is not a plain array. This is one array of forms. So this is where form builder will help us. Using form builder instance, we are creating one array, form builder array. Any question here? Because of line number 15, 16, 17, we are able to create this object with key employees and value empty array.
So employee form, why we gave that exclamatory symbol? Line number 10.
Ha, ha. So if you only declare, this will show you error. Either you have to initialize or you have to do quick fix. When you do quick fix, either we can do like this or this. We have to initialize some value, right? That
Okay, then
came because
exclamatory
of
why
quick
you are
fix.
giving? Exclamatory why we are giving?
That is what it will assign undefined value to that. At
Oh,
least, uh,
okay.
group, or else we can do like this. Fine. So, are we clear? Why did we write this piece of code? This dot employee form is equal to this dot form builder dot group. In that group, we are creating one form group object. Key is employees, value is one array. Next, next. There is one function called employees. This is user defined function employees. If somebody calls this employees method, it will return one form array. It will return array of forms. It will return form array. What it is doing? It is going to employee form, return this dot employee form dot get the key is employees. So this will give you the value for key employees. What is the value for key employees? The value for key employees is empty array. Are we clear? What is this method doing? It returns one array. Next, we have a new employee method. What is this new employee method doing? It is returning one form group. It returns one new employee object. This dot form builder dot group, first name, last name, skills. Skills is nothing but empty array. Add employee. Add employee, what it is doing? This dot employees, if I call this dot employees method, it will return me one array. In that array, I will push a new employee. To create a new employee, I'm calling this method, and whatever it returns, pushing it to this array. Any question with new employee and add employee?
No.
No. Then there is a method called remove employee. This remove employee takes the employee index, and says these dot employees if you call, it will give you employee array. This dot employees dot remove 8 employee index. Remove that, remove that from this array. Then employee skills. What are the skills we have for one particular employee? If you pass employee index, it will return you all the skills for that particular employee. This dot employees, I will get all the employees. At this particular index, get me only that employee, one particular employee. Dot get skills, give me all the skills for that particular employee. Okay. Yeah. Then we have another method called new skill. New skill returns me this dot form builder dot group skill experience. Add employee skill. It will take employee index. These dot employee skills of this particular index, it will give me all the skills for a particular employee. In that skill list, I will push, I'll push a new skill. Remove employee skill. It needs employee index. It needs skill index. What skill you want to remove? For what employee you want to remove. This dot employee skills for this employee index dot remove at skill index. This skill should be removed for this employee. So all these methods, you have to go through them and you need to understand. It's not, I mean, it's not only 5-10 lines of code. We have around 50-60 lines of code. You have to go through each and every function and understand what it is doing, but it's not that difficult to understand. Now what happens, let's understand.
One
Whenever
question.
uh,
What is this dot new skill?
this dot new skill,
Yes.
which line?
52.
52. This dot new skill is a method. If I call that method, it will return me one object.
So
When I
where?
call, here it is
Okay.
declared. So when I
Not
call
to.
this method, it returns me one object. Hmm?
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah. Now how all these things are used in HTML, let's understand. So we have one form group equal to EMP form, where in EMP form, key is employees, value is empty array, form array name is employees. Then we want to iterate all the employees. To iterate all the employees, we have ng for star ng for let employee of employees dot controls. If I say employees, it will return me one array of if I call employees method, if I call employees method, let's see what it returns. Employees method will return one form array. It will return one form array. In that form array, there can be 2 forms, there can be 3 forms. To get each and every form, we have to say dot controls, employees dot controls. This will return me one array. I'm iterating that, and each form will be stored in a variable employee. Then, then this is one form, line number 7 to line number 7 to 37 is one form. In this form, what are we doing? We are printing employee index, first name. Whenever we say add employee button, when we call add employee, it will go to, let me debug and show you how it works. Let's go to home demo 4, home demo 4. When we click on add employee, it will come to line number 33. When we click on this button, it comes to line number 33. In line number 33, if you check this dot employees, This dot employees has form array. In form array controls, we have nothing, it's empty. Value, we have nothing, it's empty array. So what are we doing? First, we are calling this method. Whatever this method will return, this dot new employee we are calling, this dot new employee will return one object. That object we are pushing it to this array. If I run this statement after this, if I go and see the same variable, it is one form array. In the value, in the value, we have one object. That object has first name, last name, and skills. Skills is again array of 0. Do you understand? Now, when we play this, we will see one employee added. That employee has first name, last name, and skills. Skills is again empty array. When we click on add skill, it will go to add employee skill. For which employee? For employee 0. Now, we can fetch all the employee skills for this particular employee. What are the skills for this particular employee? Skills are 0. The skills are 0. We need to create a skill object and push into this array. To do that, this line of code is written. This should do it. Now, if I click on add skill again, if I see how many skills are there for this particular employee, there is one skill. In controls, there is one form group. In value, there is one object, skill empty, experience empty. When we add the second one, now when we go and see what all skills we have for this particular employee, we have two skills. We have two skills. There are two skills. If you check the value, you will get to know. Then there is a remove button, remove employee. We can remove the employee. On click of remove EMP button, we are calling remove employee with employee index. It goes to remove employee. In this remove employee, we get the employee index. We say this dot employees, which returns me one array, dot remove it, this. So remove this employee from this particular index. After that, we have skills array. To get all the skills, what are we doing? Let skill of employee skills, I'm calling employee skills method. That employee skills will get employee index and will give me the skills for that particular employee. We get each and every skill. And we print the skill information. So here we have employee. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So add skill, right? So on click of remove employee, we are calling remove employee. On click of remove skill, we are calling remove skill. That's all. So in HTML, we have only 40 lines of code. Only 40 lines of code we have. These 40 lines of code, is enough to create a dynamic form. Most of the code is written in TS. So let me know what is not clear. If you need anything else, please let me know.
Can you repeat the concept of dot control of the HTML?
Yeah. So here,
So first of all, for any loop like let product or products,
hmm,
we don't use control, but
yeah,
that's still an array, right? But why we are using controls
hmm,
here?
got it, got it. Fine. So when we click on, I'll show you. When we click on add employee, let me click on add employee. In HTML, what we have done, let employee of employees. Your question is, why are we not using only employees? Why are we writing employees dot control? Let's see what is employees returning and what is employees dot controls returning. If we understand that, it will be clear. This is employees, this is employees. Give me a second. Give me a second. Where I am? Yeah. I should write this. I should
This
write this. Yeah. 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 This dot employees. When I say this dot employees, let me see what it returns. It returns what? It returns one
format,
form array. It returns one
right?
form array. So one form array, ng4 will not be able to understand one form array. ng4 is expecting one plain array.
Right,
If you
right.
say, if you say this dot employees dot controls, controls, we get one plain array now, right?
Understand.
So add
Or
one
this
employee
dot,
and show me. Add
no,
one employee.
ha
At
ha
same.
ha, values, employees dot value or values, value, right?
Value.
Yeah. Now let me add. Already one added. Now if I say add employee again, let me show you. This dot employees is returning me one form array. This dot employees dot controls is returning me one array. This dot employees dot controls is returning me one array. That array has one, you can see it is plain array, right? This is not
Yes.
form array. This is plain array. What it has
So
internally is again a different thing, but
right.
it's a plain array. So ng4 is expecting one plain array. Because of that, we are writing dot controls. We can say dot value also. Dot value. This will also give me plain array. You see, plain array.
Okay.
Dot value or dot controls. Yeah. This example is not pretty simple. The like you cannot compare this with form demo 1, form demo 1.html. Don't compare that example with this. This is not that simple, but we cannot explain, we cannot understand simple examples all the time. The complexity will be increasing. And this is one real time use case. You will see this kind of things very frequently. Dynamically user will add form, dynamically user will add skill. When you go to naukri.com, when you go to linkedin.com, they will ask you to add a skill. Again, there will be a button. You click that button, one more skill will be added. You fill it, right? So this kind of form we have to use at the end. We cannot get
I
rid
think
of
this is
this.
I think this is one of the use case where MongoDB work better rather than
MongoDB.
relational database.
Can you come again?
And I think this is one of the use case where MongoDB work better rather than relational database like SQL or Oracle.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Any other question here?
Go to the TS file, sir, once.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little.
Whatever is not clear, I'm happy to explain again and again, but
And this line number
I,
41, we are using this get method that is of form property, right? Not any
form,
array property, right?
no, this is not array. This is not array,
This is a form array, and this is the property of
Exactly,
form array.
form array, See, there is at method. At method is there in plain array also, form array also.
That's what.
But remove it. Remove it is not there in plain array. I can show you. Give me a second. Suppose we have one array. Let array equal to 10, 20, 30. So if I say array dot at 1, I'll be able to get it, right?
Yes.
So it is a method available in plain array. Now if I say array dot remove it, there is nothing called remove at 1.
Yes.
This method is not from JavaScript array. This method is there in form array. So we need to understand that. We need to understand this remove it. These are from form array
So
class.
whatever the methods you are using to do this CRUD operations, we are actually doing from the form array only because it is written in form array.
Angular form array class. Form array has lot of inbuilt things. Form array is one class. This class has at method, push method, insert method, remove at method, set value, patch value. These all methods are from form array class. Form array is a predefined class. So when we use form builder, form array, it becomes easier for us to use these things. And you can see here what is form array, how to create it, what all methods we have. All these explanations you will be able to find here.
Got it.
And we cannot get rid of this. Every one of you have to practice this example and understand line by line what is each line doing.
Yeah. So go to TS file one second, please. Sir, I did not understand initially what you explained that undefined one. I mean, the form array that you are initializing. Why the not? What magic that is doing? That not.
No need to think much about this. If you declare a variable like this, if you declare a variable like this, it throws error. We have to give some value to it,
Yeah,
right?
we can give empty value.
We can give empty value, or we can
give any data
initialize
type.
inside the constructor.
We can
Anything
give
we
any
have to
data
do,
type
right?
also, na? We can give any data type.
We can give any.
When you are not assigning any default value, in that such scenario, we do that.
Yes. So if you go to quick fix, there will be two options. I don't know why it is not showing.
See, now it's fixed.
Yeah. We can do like that. We can assign any. When we say this, right? This is called what? I don't remember. What is this called?
I have seen it on the internet also. I many a times like, but I did not understand that. So I just asked like, exclamatory. What
there are two different things here, right? So one is data type that any we are mentioning, and the other one is initializing the values. So the exclamatory that is used to initialize the
Initialize with undefined value.
Form group is a data type.
Form group is data type. The value is undefined. Yeah.
Okay. So it's initializing with that syntax is initializing with undefined value.
Undefined value,
Okay.
Is it clear how to create a dynamic form? Maybe you
Yeah.
have to go through the code. Without going through the code, it's not that easy to understand. Please go through the code, and if you have any question, please do let me know. Yeah. So with this, we conclude our form topic, that is all about form. The next topic that I'm going to discuss is routing.
Question, Ajay.
Yes.
Could you please go in HTML?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, to add the validations, we need to write the here code, right? It will add the duplicate topic for this. It will add the duplicate code, right?
Ha
In
ha.
adding.
Validation. Yeah. Let's add validation. Good point. What if we want to add validation here? Okay.
We just need to
So
update the HTML, right?
yeah. So in first name, when I don't type anything, if I type, it should validate. It is required. Minimum 5 characters required. All those things we need. If we need that, then what we can do, whenever we are creating form group here, right? Where are we creating? This is form group. You see, hmm? Here we are creating a group. When we are creating a form group, first name, we can say new form control, new form control. And in this form control, we can give default value empty, and we can add validators, validators dot required. What mistake did I do? Huh. Validators, validators dot required, comma, validators dot min length controls, quick fix, min length L capital
It is only
5.
main.
Aha. So I have installed tab 9. Sometimes it is helping, sometimes it is irritating. Huh. Now this first name, for every row, first name has default value empty. It has validations added. What we have to do, we just have to add error message. That's all. So here, next to first name, the form control name is first name, right? So here we just have to add error message span minimum 5 characters required. And what condition we will see here, what condition we need to add. So whenever we add minimum 5 characters required, what will be the condition? The condition should be, ng if, what is the condition? Can you help me, guys?
Yes, sir. Like form
Remember the
name.
concept.
Yeah.
Form name,
Dot that controls name. That is the
First
form name
name
dot
dot
controls
has
dot the form
no,
control
no,
name.
this is model driven form. In
So
model
form
driven
name dot
form,
Okay,
let me
okay,
show
okay,
you. Let me
okay.
show you. Give me a second. Form demo 3. Form demo 3.html. How are we?
It is dot get and all those things.
Form name,
That
form
controls
name, dot controls dot field name dot has error, right?
Yes.
participants work right?
Okay, so this will be the condition. The condition is form name. What is our form name? What is our form name?
Employee form.
EMP form.
No, no.
There is the form group. We don't have any specific.
EMP
We have, we have. This is form group.
employee.
EMP
Employee.
index.
Form group name is employee index. Employee
Okay.
index dot controls dot field name is first name dot has error, min length, and this is our form name. Employee index dot controls dot first name dot dirty. Our form name is employee index. This is the main one.
Outer form.
Huh. Property controls doesn't exist on type number. Employee index is a number. Oh, give me a second.
Employees are
It will be employee form, I think. Then
No, 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 no.
EMP form dot control.
EMP form dot controls will give me EMP form dot controls will give me something else.
it will give all the controls, na? Okay.
EMP form. Give me a second. Give me a second. It has no controls. Give me a second. We have EMP form. EMP form has employees form array. Employees dot controls will give me array of forms. Then this is one form. Every form is represented by form group name equal to employee index. Okay. Form group name equal to one form, one form, one form, one form. Property one form doesn't exist on type form demo 4. Okay. Give me a second. How to get one form object? Employees of employees 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 this dot employees dot and employee index. What is this giving me? Employees dot at of employee index. It will give me one form group. Okay. This is one form group dot controls dot first name dot has error in length. Controls doesn't exist. Controls doesn't exist. Fine. Controls doesn't exist on type abstract control. To do what happened? Abstract control. Oh, mere. What are we missing? This is from mere. This is from group. Employees. Controls. This dot employees will give me this dot employees. This dot employees dot at employee index will give me one employee. Let's see. Validate, Angular, validate, dynamic form. Okay. Now we need to add validation. For validation, these are the validations added. Fine. We are interested with HTML, not with TypeScript. Let's check the HTML part. Yeah, we have form group. Inside form group, form data, field name. This is not a dynamic form. It is static form. Let form data of first form. Form demo dot controls form data dot field name. No, that is not the thing we are looking for. When this is not the one, we need to see what is this returning. What if, okay, okay. Suppose I'll have a button here. Click me on click of this. I'll say print me. In print me, I'll say this dot employees dot at employee index. Let's see what it returns. We'll get to know. Employee index will come as number. Console.log. I want to print this. Now employee index we have to pass to print me method. Okay, let's see what we have. We have now when we say where is print me? Click me. When we click this button, it prints 64 and 60. Ours is 64. In 64, 64 we have ours is 64. In 64 we have one form group. Form group has controls. Controls has fast name. Yeah, I think we have employees, and we add this. When we click, this is form group dot controls. It has all these things. So it looks like we have to add another condition. That's all. So what we have to do is, it should be fine. I'll just change the condition. The condition should be hmm, um, see, we can always call a we can check a condition if employees dot controls dot length and employees at employee index controls dot first name dot has error main length. Let's see what it is doing. Property controls doesn't exist on type abstract control. Employees dot at employee index give me a second. Check me is a function. Check me is a function. It will take employee index. Check me takes employee index. Check me takes employee index. What if from here I say return true? Does it work? Okay. What if I say return false? Yeah, it works. So what are we doing? We are calling a function. Now, ng if this function returns true, will show this message. Otherwise, will not show this message. Now, what we are doing? We are passing employee index to check me. And this is employee index, and this is first name. Okay. Now what we will do? We will say this dot employees dot at employee index. We can add any condition here. Return this dot employee index if it is there, and if it is there, console dot log. What is there here? Expected one argument but got two. Okay. Expected one. What is the field? field name, which is a string. Add employee. Yeah. So here we got form group. Form group has controls. Control has all those things. This dot employee of employee index dot controls controls dot field name as form control. Again same thing. Hmm. This dot employee set. What is this? We got a form group. In this form group, we should have we should have controls mm, as form array const form array. Now form array dot controls dot controls of field name field name field name dot has error min length return add employee. It is dirty also. Dirty is also added, right? No? What happened then? Um, you see? You see it is working now? You see? So when we add another employee, you see? Is it clear?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
And for every employee, it is working separately. You see?
Correct.
For this employee, there is no error. For this employee, there is error.
What changes you have done? Just show one.
What changes I have done? Ng if I'm calling a function, check me by passing employee index and what is the field name. Okay. Then we get the employee index and field name. First of all, I'm saying this dot employees dot at this particular employee index. It returns me form array. So converting this was very important. When we converted it to form array, then it has controls of field name. If it has main length, then do this.
Okay, okay. Maybe in HTML we were unable to achieve the same, but in TS we can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very good. I mean, we understand a new thing. Yeah.
Yes. So in ng if it is not necessary that you write a condition. We can call a function also, and that function can return Boolean value. Right? It is working
Yes,
for
sir. Yeah, yeah.
every employee. So when you type value, yeah, this employee has problem, but this employee doesn't have problem. Now both the employees has problem.
Yes.
And we didn't write this validation for every employee, right? We have written only once and it works for all the employees, right?
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, guys. See you tomorrow then.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir,
Tomorrow
for
we
the
are
great
going to
session.
start a
Yeah.
new topic, routing.
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Sir, it is one problem. I
Hmm.
think I share the screen. If you
Yes.
Recording stopped.
my screen is visible, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I am trying to integrate the Spring Boot in Angular.
Hmm.
So it is working is properly, but it is one thing is showing like that is, but everything is working, but it
Hmm.
is showing like that. So I'm trying to do, but it is not correct. So then I think I'm
What
asking.
is the wrong? What is wrong?
Uh, wrong thing means, sir, this is a one column is only coming. So but is not coming to one column is delete, update, and then come to down in
It
details.
should come in one row, right? That's what you are
Yes.
asking.
Yeah. Yes.
Show me the HTML.
Yes. I'm trying to do, but it is not.
Show me the HTML.
You need to increase the length of the.
Yeah, we need to increase the length. Show me the employee list.
Okay, so 1 second. How can go above this is
HTML, show me HTML.
1 second, sir. Control P. There is HTML. Yeah, employee list. Where is it?
Yeah, show me the table. Table part. Go up. Go up.
Oh, sorry.
Array code. Huh. So do class equal to panel body, panel primary. Do you have any static? Do you have any width added to that panel?
No, sir. Not
Panel,
added.
huh?
No added, sir.
Come down, come down. Table. Style margin, come down. Line number 23, 24. What is there? Style margin
Oh,
left.
that, yeah. This is style margin left and 10 and this.
Can you delete those two things? Can you reload the page again? Panel width. Can you check what is the width of the panel?
Yes.
Can you show me panel width? Inspect and show me what is the width of the panel.
Yes, sir.
What
Once
class
they
is
roll,
added? Inspect that panel and show me.
is panel this?
You do one thing. Go up. Go up.
Oh, this.
Delete line number 1. Delete line number 1. Line number 1 to line number 5 you delete. Delete 1 to 5 completely you delete.
Oh,
You delete them. Come down after table. Do Alt Shift F. After table delete those two divs. Now go and refresh.
yeah. Okay, sir. Then I'll do. I will mention all the space.
Go back to your button. Go back to your HTML. Click on line number 17. Add M1 margin 1. Line number 17. After button info, no. After button info, add M1.
This is
Inside M space M hyphen 1. Margin 1. Go and refresh. Okay, there is some width added for the panel. You have to check that. Go back. From where that panel is coming? Did you add any width? Go to employee list CSS. It looks like you have added some CSS.
yeah, I'm added some CSS.
Go to employee list CSS. Then you should show CSS part also. What is the CSS you have added?
I think 1 second.
Go
sir.
to employee list CSS.
Yeah, no, I think no added anything.
Then from where that panel is coming?
Oh, sir, I think I'm thinking also is where to come.
No. Start from app component. Show me app component HTML.
Are you using any master talent?
Yes. Show me app component HTML. Yeah, I'll find it out. Show me app component HTML. Yeah.
Okay. No, there is also.
No. Where you have used employee? Come down. Come down. Card. Where are you using? Router outlet. Card. Can you delete line number 111?
111. This line. Class deleted, no?
Yeah. Go and see. You need to check from where that order is coming.
Okay, sir.
Somewhere you have added some.
Inspect and check from which line number.
Inspect and check.
I think my system is slow because of
Yeah, you should be able to do it.
Yeah, sir, I'm doing it.
Okay, fine. Open container, div container.
Drag the
You check
CSS
it
to the left.
Check it and fix it. We'll see
Okay,
tomorrow.
sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.